Hello and welcome back to this course. Today in this video we are going to discuss about the operators, and in our previous video we have discussed about the three operators, and in our videos we are going to discuss about the remaining four types of operators. Now bitwise operators. There are a bunch of bitwise operators like AND, OR, XOR, negation, etc. like that. Now I have just taken the four operators AND, OR, XOR or negation. Now there is a variable a which has value of 10 and b which has value of 20. Now I hope you have knowledge about the LCM. I have just taken the LCM. In these operators we have to convert our numbers to the binary first. If we want to get the binary digit of the 20, then we will take the LCM with respect to 2. We always take LCM with 2. For example, 2 tens are 20 and the remainder is 0. So we put the remainder at the right side. 2 5s are 10, remainder is 0. So we put 0 on the right side. 2 2s are 4, remainder is 1, put the 1 at the right side. 2 1s are 2, remainder is 0, so we put the 0 on the right side. In this way 10. And you can see the binary code of the A and B in the red lines. When both of the values are 1, it is going to give you 1. It has a condition that both of these values should be 1. For example, in our first row you can see that 0 and 0. These are two zeros, we get 0. 1 and 0, both the values are not 1. So we get 0. In this way we get 5 zeros. And the second one is OR operator. It gives us the value of 1 if at least one of them is 1. You can see that we start from the right, 0 and 0. There is no 1 in them, so we write 0. 1 and 0 we write 1. 0 and 1 we write 1. 1 and 0 we write 1. 0 and 1 we write 1. This is called the OR. And the third one is the XOR, in which if the both of the values are of different types, like 0 and 1, then we write 1. If the both of them are of same type, like 0 and 0, then we write the 0. We start from the right side, 0 and 0 are same, so we write 0. 1 and 0 are two different values, so we write 1. And in this way, 1, 1, 1, 1 and 0. And at the last we have negation. What does this negation do? This negation just make the value opposite to the original value. For example, A, we have 0, we write 1. We have 1, we write 0. We have 0, we write 1. We have 1, we write 0. We have 0, we write 1. We inverse the value of the A. So these are the four bitwise operators for this video. So let's create a code for bitwise operators. So bitwise operators, I have value of A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 20. First of all, I print A and B. Now I copy this line and paste it here. A or B, A XOR B, and negation A, like this. And when I run this program, you will see these four values on the screen. So let's understand how we get here 0. Now first of all, the compiler converts A to the binary, B to the binary, and then apply the AND operation, and we get 5 zeros. And then these 5 zeros are again converted back to the decimal value. How we convert the value to the decimal value? Like this. You have to divide each value by 2, and from the right side, the value of the 2 has power of 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. You can see the equation. The first one is 0, 0, 0, 0, and we know that whenever this number is by 0, we always get 0. So that's why we get A and B 0. The next answer was 30. A or B is equal to 30. You see that 1, 1, 1, 0, we get this value like here. A and B is equal to 1, 1, 1, 0. So when we find the decimal value of this, we get 30. We start from the right side and increase the power of the 2 from 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. And at the end we get the answer 30. For the XOR, we get the same result 1, 1, 1 and 0. So that's why we again get 30. Now what for the negation? Now negation is always in negative. For example, 2 raised to the power 4 is equal to 16. 16 minus next value is 0, and again the next value is 2 raised to the power 2 is equal to 4. Next value is 0, and again next value is 1. So 16 minus 4 is equal to 12, and 12 minus 1 is equal to 11. And what does the negation do? Negation negates the value, so we get minus 11 on the screen. Like in our compiler, you can see that 0, 30 and minus 11 on the screen. So in this way the bitwise operator works. Bitwise operator works on the base of the binary values. I hope you understand the bitwise operators. And now we have the logical operators. You can see on your screen logical operators. For example, we have two variables a equal to true and b equal to false. Definitely these both are the Boolean type variables. Now first operator is AND operator, which is logical AND. You can see in the description, if both the operators are non-zero, then the condition becomes true. Means we give the two conditions. If both of the conditions are true, then the overall result is true, and if the one of the condition is false, we can say that this whole condition is the false. And at the second, we have the logical OR operator. If any of the two operands are non-zero, then the condition becomes true. Now again, we have two conditions A and B. If one of them is true, for example, A is true and B is false, then OR operator is going to give you true. In the end, you can see A and B is false because A is true and B is false, so we get false because A and B should be true. If the both variables are true, then the AND give you true, and if the at least one of them is true, then it is false. And in the OR operator, you can see if at least one of them is true, we will get true. A or B is true if one of them is true. And at the end, we have logical NOT, used to reverse the logical state of its operand. If the condition is true, logical NOT operator make the false. You can see A and B is false. On the previous example, you can see A and B is false, but if you add the logical NOT with them, then that condition becomes true. If the answer is true, then the logical NOT will convert into false. And if the answer is false, then the logical operator convert into the true. So let's create a program on the NetBeans so that we have better understanding that how logical operator works. So I first of all type here logical operators. Okay, now I'm going to create two variables here. I type here Boolean A equals to true and Boolean B equals to false. Okay, and I type here if A and B. I print here system.out.println and print here and operator. And now if I run this program, you will see nothing on the screen because A is true and B is false. We know that in AND operator, both of the conditions must be true. A must be true and B must be true. Here B is false, so we don't get AND operator on the screen. If I turn into the true here like this and run this program, now you will see the AND operator because both of them are true. Basically, we use the logical operators in our conditional statements to evaluate our conditions. We will discuss about the conditional statements in our next section, and there you will find these operators very helpful when we add AND, NOT or OR operator, and there you will have a better understanding that how this operator works. Basically, in AND operator, both of the conditions must be true. And now if I type here OR like this, OR, also add here OR, and now if I run this program, you will see OR operator because both of them are true. If I change one to false like this, and now if I run this program, you will again see OR because at least one of them is true, and here A is true. If I turn the A into false like this and run this program, you will see nothing on the screen because both of the conditions are false. And at the last, we have NOT operator. If I add here NOT A and print the value of the A here like this, I print here A. Now if I run this program, you will see false on the screen. Why? A is false. In if statement, if the result is false, then if is not executed. And we know that A is false. So why if is executed? Because A is now converted to the true. So we get A on the screen. You can print here anything. I print here NOT operator. And now if I run this program, you will see NOT operator because A is false, but this NOT operator convert into the true so that we get NOT operator on the screen. If I change the value of the false to true like this and now if I run this program, you will see nothing on the screen because A is true, but when it comes inside this if condition, A is true and this negation change into false and we don't get the statement on the screen. I hope you understand about the logical operators. You will have a better understanding about the logical operators when we will use it in our conditional statement, basically in our future videos. Next, we have the conditional operator. Conditional operator is also known as a ternary operator. This operator contains of three operands. You can see the syntax on the screen. Variable A, you have to create a variable and you have to give a expression. If that expression is true, then the value if true is executed, and if the condition expression is false, then the value if false is executed. And these are separated by using question mark and the colon. So let's create a program in our NetBeans so that we have better understanding than how conditional operator work. Okay, so I remove these lines from here and change it to the conditional operator. And now I'm going to take the input from the user. So I type here scanner s1 equals to new scanner and system.in, and then I'm going to import the scanner class in my program. I type here int age, and you can say s1 dot next int. Okay, now I type here string result, and I type here the condition that if age is greater than 18, then you can say you can play this game, and if not, then you can not play this game. Okay, I add the semicolon at the end, and now I'm going to print the result on the screen like this. Okay, so now if I run this program, you will see the cursor. I have to enter the age. If I type here 25, you can play this game. If I run this program once again and type here 10, you cannot play this game. You can see that I have just taken the age as input from the user, and if the age is greater than 18, means user enter the age. If that age is greater than 18, then simply print this value, and if the condition in the age is less than 18, then simply print you cannot play this game. If the condition is true, then this string is executed, and if the condition is false, then this string is executed, and that string is stored in the result, and we print the result on the screen. So in this way, conditional operator works. Next, we have the instance of operator. This operator is used for the object reference variables. The operator checks whether the object is of the particular type of node. First of all, we have to type the object reference variable, then instance of operator, and then have to type the class name. I know that right now you don't know about the objects and the classes, but soon we are going to discuss about the classes and objects in our future videos. You just have to focus on the instance of operator. Now I remove these lines and type here instance of operator. Okay, so now I'm going to create the object of the integer class here. I type here integer in equals to new integer and pass the 5 here. Okay, so basically this is the wrapper classes. I know that you don't know about the wrapper classes right now, but soon we will discuss about the wrapper classes. So right now just concentrate on the instance of operator. I have just created the object of the integer class here, means in contains 5. Now if I want to check that in is of integer type or not, I just type here boolean result equals to in instance of integer, like this, and I print the result on the screen and res. Okay, so now if I run this program, you will see true on the screen, because we know that this in is the instance of the integer, means this is the object of the integer class or node. We know that in is the instance or object of the integer class, so that's why we get true on the screen, because we have stored the result in the boolean type variable. So I hope you understand that how the instance of operator works. So these are the operators in Java that you have to use in your programs. So I hope you understand about all the operators. Anyhow, if you feel any problem with understanding any operator, you can definitely ask me a question or message me. I will definitely help you. So that's it for this video. I will see you in next video.